So look, the two bookends on this are, here's a guy, pardon me, we don't know enough. Okay. We're bringing you the story, but we don't know enough. Well, you should never report something unless you know every detail. You know what? Then we never report anything because no one ever has it. The truth of a story is where you decide you're tired of researching it. And then that's the truth. But you could go forever. So one possibility is it's a crazy guy who's trying to get sprayed because he wants to blame the company. Possible. On the other hand, it's a crazy helicopter pilot that's, a relative of the owner of the company that says,
Yes.
haha, I
Right.
am
Crazy
spraying you
uncle.
and I don't care.
Yes. Right.
Those are
You
the two
never know.
bookends, or anywhere in between, or it
Right.
keeps changing back and forth.
And it's clearly somewhere in between that. And
Right.
and, and listen, if you want to have if you want to get more information on this, just go to Google. This is on OregonLive.com, which is the Oregonians website. And you go to just search on Google, whistleblower videos reveal helicopter spraying workers with weed killers, or Oregon Appleby Aviation. You're probably going to find
Appleby, yeah. But if you go to the Appleby website, which we have,
you're not going to see this.
Anything
they don't have a link to this article.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But so there's a company that's been fined by the state. It's not a lot of money, but fined.
$1,100.
They've done some things wrong in the past.
Yes.
It looks like they did something wrong here. I mean, spraying your own truck is not good. Okay, that's pretty obvious. And spraying the landing zone where the truck, no, none of this is good. Okay, so what? So the commissioners aren't at fault? Well, the story, we don't just say commissioners are bad all the time. They're not bad all the time. Stop it. Okay, that's not true. Okay, so, but is there any way that we can try to prevent the county from being involved in something that's going to make the people in Williams look like they're geniuses? Is there a way we can avoid that? Because the commissioners are especially sensitive to being not only sprayed, but also being wrong. Okay, they don't like to be proven to be wrong. They hate that. So I talked to Vic Harris, and I said, Vic, what do you think about all this? Well, he had just found out about it the day that I asked him. And he said, yeah, that's not so good. And I said, so the question I have for you is, do you have any process to not just vet these guys, okay, which his assistant apparently did, Rick, I don't know his last name. Do you have any process to kind of look into their background? I'll give you an example. Let's suppose, because some people don't care about spraying, okay, but a lot of people care about pets. Let's suppose that they don't call it the pound, they call it, let's suppose animal control is being overrun by animals. And someone says, well, our little household, we'll take care, we have the facility to take care of 50 animals here. And they go, well, that's great, super, we'll do up a little contract with you, and thank you for being so good. And then it turns out that they're well known on the state level for abusing animals. Is it any fault at all of Diane Hoover Health and also the people at the animal shelter for signing a contract with the wrong people? Is there a procedure? Shouldn't there be a standard operating procedure to do some kind of due diligence, it's called, to be sure that you're contracting with someone that hasn't been caught 85 times?
Yeah. Yeah, there probably ought to be something. Now, listen, in fairness here, before the program, when I was looking for this article again, I found another one on the Oregonian here, $20,000 fine cut to zero in high-profile helicopter herbicide spray case, not related to this company. So there's another, a number of companies out there that probably run up against these sort of issues all the time. This is a helicopter pilot that works for, let's see here, the Oregon Department of Agriculture, pilot Stephen Owen and his White City company, Pacific Air Research. They were going to fine him $20,000. Instead, they are suspending his spraying license for a year, which is probably going to cost him a lot more than 20 grand.
Yeah. Pacific Air Research. It's like these phone calls I get. Hello, we're researching something. Okay, what are you researching? Would you like to save money on a mattress? That's not research. Click.
Yes, right, exactly.
Sales. Okay, Pacific Air Research is spraying. Look, the other thing too is I went to talk with Wally Hicks. Well, of course I did. You asked us to do this. I talked with Wally and I said, so what's the deal on this? And he said, well, I don't know. I said, but Wally, you're in charge of making sure. Sorry, Wally. He's like, oh, I'm going to get blamed for this. I said, well, I don't know. I said, you're in charge of keeping the county commissioners out of trouble by not signing contracts with people with whom they probably should not sign a contract. I said, so what kind of standard operating procedure do you have? What kind of due diligence do you expect of yourself in making sure that we have at least done a perfunctory search, so that we're not signing up with someone who, do they even have a license? We need to know this, right? They don't have any standard operating procedure. They're not doing any due diligence. It never occurred to them, he says. Not good.
Dale was heavily influenced by Valley Girls in the 80s or something.
Where you always ask a question. It is a question. Should they not have some kind of basic procedure before we sign a contract with somebody? Think again about the animals. Because we've got animal abusers in our, well, I'll take them in. Yeah, that's not good. It's not the fault of the commissioners as far as I can see. So stop thinking that. It is the system that's just proceeding along business as usual. This is the big thing in Josephine County. It's business as usual. It never occurred to us to check the people with whom we're signing the contract. It never occurred to you?
Well, and now listen, it may well be that if you look into the record of any one of these spray outfits, that you will find similar incidents logged in. Because frankly, $1,100 as a fine, $1,100. Come on, really?
Especially compared with the $30,000 we're going to pay them. That's not really the point. Maybe they all do it.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just a couple of them.
No, but you're right.
We don't have any procedure to even look into it. We can't even say in a court of law, well, we did our due diligence, because we didn't.
Yeah. Right.
This is, if there's one thing that we're against on this show, and Mike, you correct me if I'm wrong, it's business as usual, because how's that been working out for you?
Yes, not very well. And listen, this is in the county, the county's interests too, because they would likely, in addition to any company that gets named as a defendant, the county is in line there, and
yes,
they're the ones with the deeper of the pockets. So there isn't any question that this is it's a liability issue.
And I'd like to sum up by saying, look, the next time citizens from Williams or anywhere come to you county commissioners and say, we've seen things that are wrong, don't laugh at them. Don't treat Livna like they're idiots. Oh, we never would. Listen, I was there. Okay. Don't do that to them. Every once in a while, especially with this board, they may know more than you do.